Good morning. I'm Bailey Martin. We'll get to meteorologist Mary Ellen Pan with that forecast in just a couple of minutes, but we want to start with the news developing overnight. A suspect is in custody after a shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner last night. President Donald Trump, who was attending the event alongside much of his cabinet, was not hurt. Our Washington correspondent Jackie DeFusco was also at that dinner. She joins us live from outside the D.C. hotel where this all happened. Jackie, walk us through. What were those moments like last night?
Yeah, Bailey, I mean, really, the dinner had just gotten started when we heard this series of gunshots inside of the Washington Hilton hotel. And it was frightening. It was a confusing moment. You know, my colleagues and I dove below the dinner tables. We tried to figure out what exactly was going on. We were huddled there as we saw Secret Service rushing in to where President Trump was seated in front of the room. Now, you can see in this video the president, the vice president, J.D. Vance, getting escorted out of that area by those Secret Service agents, as meanwhile, members of the cabinet were really scattered throughout the thousands of other attendees at the White House Correspondents' Dinner last night. In the meantime, in the lobby outside of that ballroom is where a man armed with guns and knives charged a security checkpoint. Authorities say the gunman was quickly tackled by Secret Service, and that one agent was indeed shot in a bullet-resistant vest. Thankfully, he's recovering, and no other attendees were hurt. Now, sources tell our National Investigative Unit that the suspect is 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen from California. He's facing 2 firearm-related charges, including assault on a federal officer with a dangerous weapon, and is expected in court on Monday. D.C. police say they believe he was staying here at the hotel and that he acted alone. The motive still under investigation this morning, but authorities apparently believe that the suspect may have been targeting administration officials. That's according to the acting attorney general this morning in an interview with NBC. President Trump had this message to reporters at the White House in the immediate aftermath of all of this. Take a listen.
This was an event dedicated to freedom of speech that was supposed to bring together members of both parties with members of the press. And in a certain way it did, because the fact that they just unified, I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was in one way very beautiful.
President Trump, unfortunately, is no stranger to attacks like this. As you know well, Bailey, he was the subject of an assassination attempt on the campaign trail in Butler, Pennsylvania previously. And now this is raising some questions about the security protocols and procedures here at this annual event, as President Trump is calling for it to be rescheduled in the near future. Back to you.
Yeah, Jackie, and the president actually praised the law enforcement response during that press conference, but then also suggested that the building might not be fully secure. You were there. Did you notice anything about security during that event?
Well, first, I will just note, Bailey, that in 1981, President Ronald Reagan was actually shot outside of this same hotel. And so there were some security upgrades associated with that, including the creation of a specialty presidential suite that was used in part to protect President Trump last night during all this commotion. Now, from my perspective, coming into this event, there was a very visible law enforcement presence, several different agencies on scene. And as you were walking in, your tickets were checked outside and inside multiple times going down to the main event. You know, we went through metal detectors, we had our bags checked, but certainly there are questions about how this suspect was able to even get close to the ballroom given all of that. And I think part of this is notable that the hotel did remain open to regular guests during that dinner, and apparently, according to authorities, this man was a guest at the hotel last night. So certainly more questions around that. But goes without saying that everybody is very thankful for the quick response that we saw from law enforcement last night, Bailey.
All right, Jackie, we will keep following this story. Thank you very much for your perspective. We have new information about that man charged in the shooting. National investigative correspondent John Cardinale is digging into his background.
We've spent hours piecing together information about the suspect, Cole Allen. Now, we've confirmed he was working as a tutor in Torrance, California. We found social media posts from C2 Education, a tutoring and college admissions counseling company, that show Allen being named Teacher of the Month in December 2024. Now, D.C. police say they believe Allen was staying at the Washington Hilton, where the dinner takes place annually. Now, political affiliation always comes up as a question in situations like these. Allen's voting record in California doesn't show an affiliation, but we also dug into federal election donation records, which show Allen made a $25 donation in October of 2024, earmarked for the Kamala Harris presidential campaign. Reporting in Washington, I'm National Investigative Correspondent John Cardinelli.
And overnight, police and the FBI searched the Torrance, California home of Cole Allen, the suspect in this case. Allen has been charged with 2 counts of using a firearm during a crime of violence and assault on a federal officer with a dangerous weapon. He's set to be arraigned tomorrow. Our coverage will continue on WGAL.com, where we have a report from White House correspondent Christopher Salas, who was also at that dinner at the time of the gunshots. Well, let's get a check now on that storm team forecast with meteorologist Mary Ellen Pan. Cloudy out there, Mary Ellen.
Oh yeah, skies look gray and they'll stay overcast for much of the day, but the good news is we are going to stay dry today. It is chilly outside though. Temperatures are only in the 40s. Let's take a look at Storm Team Live radar, and you can see the rain is pushed off to the east, so we are dry. The flow is coming out of the northeast, so drier air will continue to sink across the area. It'll take a while though before those clouds start to break up later this afternoon. You can see the current wind direction out of the northeast, and winds are about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and they'll stay that way for much of the day. We're in the mid 40s for most locations, 47 in Chambersburg, 45 in Carlisle and Harrisburg. We have 44 in Lancaster. Here's a look at your 12-hour forecast. Once we get into the late afternoon, we'll see the clouds slowly breaking up, allowing for a little peak of sunshine. Temperatures will stay in the 50s for most of the day. We should touch 60 degrees later this afternoon. Skies will clear though for the overnight period. That's going to set us up for a bright start to the work week as sunshine returns, and that sunshine is going to help warm temperatures back up. I'll have the full details in my TED Day.
We'd like to hear about sun. Thanks, Mary Ellen. Well, today you have a chance to hear from Democratic candidates on the ballot to represent the Capital Region in D.C. and in the State House and Senate. 10th Congressional District candidates Janelle Stelson and Justin Douglas are both set to attend. They're challenging Republican Scott Perry for his seat in Congress. Democratic candidates for multiple other races in the State House and Senate will also be there. That forum is set for 3:30 this afternoon at Central Penn College. This week, Franklin County commissioners are hosting a public meeting about their ordinance regulating the development of AI data centers. The commissioners' proposed guidelines would be secondary to any regulations townships set, but the commissioners put together what they say are best practices to help protect residents and minimize impact on farmland. They say it's primarily to guide smaller townships who don't deal with zoning regulations as often. That hearing is set for Tuesday night at 6 at the Franklin County Administration Building in Chambersburg. It will also be live streamed on the commissioner's YouTube page. Lebanon Transit is set to hold a public hearing tomorrow about a plan to raise fares. Its board says fixed rate fares have not gone up in 15 years, while shared rate fares haven't increased in 13 years. That hearing is set for noon at the office on Willow Street in the city. New this morning in Dauphin County, Swatara Township police are investigating a deadly hit and run. Officers say a vehicle hit and killed James Blow of Harrisburg. They say he was walking along Paxton Street near the Applebee's last night around 9. And we're getting a look at a car that went into a home in Lancaster County. Lincoln Fire Company says this happened around 4:30 yesterday afternoon on Constitution Drive in Clay Township. They say that driver was stuck inside of that car. They say crews got the car out and put in additional supports for the home. Northern Lancaster County Regional Police are investigating. PennDOT says work on I-83 and Route 30 in York County could slow you down this week. It says crews will be cleaning and making minor repairs. On Monday and Tuesday, crews will be working on the I-83 bridge over the Codorus Creek. Work will start in the southbound lane, then move into to the northbound lane. Then on Wednesday and Thursday, crews will work on the Route 30 bridge. Work will start in the westbound lane first, then the eastbound lane. PennDOT says there will be a lane restriction from 9 in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon each day. And staying in York County, crews will close part of a road to replace utility poles. This is on Adam Road between Flintville Road and Matlin Lane, just east of Delta Borough in Peach Bottom Township, York County. Work is set to start tomorrow morning at 9 in the morning and then go until 3 o'clock in the afternoon each day this week. To the Capitol Beltway, where PennDOT says a patching project is set to start today. This is on the northbound lanes of the George Wade Bridge, carrying Interstate 81 over the Susquehanna River. Weather permitting, work will start at 6 tonight and then go until 4 tomorrow morning. It's set to continue each night until that project is finished. PennDOT says there will be lane restrictions. In Lancaster County, PennDOT wants you to watch out for crews picking up litter along highways this week. Crews will be out during the day along Route 283, 222, and 30. USA Today ranked Lancaster's Southern Market as the second best food hall in the country. This was part of the 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards. Experts pick a short list of locations and then the public votes on them. The top spot on the list went to High Street Place in Boston.